Welcome back to CBS This Morning. Ghislaine Maxwell will remain behind bars until her trial, scheduled for next July. A federal judge in New York denied her request to be released on bail. Maxwell is accused of helping Jeffrey Epstein sexually abuse underage girls. Epstein died by suicide in a federal jail last summer. National correspondent Jericka Duncan is at the detention center in New York where Maxwell is being held. Jericka, why did the judge turn down Maxwell's request?
Good morning, Anthony. The judge basically said that Maxwell was too great of a flight risk to be released from the detention center behind me, pointing to Maxwell's finances and the fact that she's facing up to 35 years in prison if convicted.
Ghislaine Maxwell barely spoke at Tuesday's bail hearing, answering the judge's questions via video link from the federal detention center where she's being held. When asked for a plea to charges that she helped recruit and groom underage girls for sex, the 58-year-old British socialite responded, "Not guilty, Your Honor." Maxwell, the former girlfriend and alleged accomplice of convicted sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein, listened as two alleged victims implored the judge to deny her bail. One, identified only as Jane Doe, wrote in a letter that she feared retribution, adding, "If Maxwell is out, I need to be protected."
She's a sexual predator who groomed and abused me.
The other alleged victim, Annie Farmer, said she first met Maxwell and Epstein when she was just 16 years old. Attorney Sigrid McCauley represents 10 Epstein accusers, including Farmer, who is expected to testify at Maxwell's trial.
Annie really did feel like if the court were to let her out, there would be a much larger looming threat to the survivors than if she was in prison.
The hearing lasted more than 2 hours, revealing new details about Maxwell's July 2nd arrest in New Hampshire. Her lawyers claim she was simply there to avoid what they called media spin and retreated further into the home when there was a disturbance. But in court documents Monday, prosecutors said FBI agents saw Maxwell ignore their directions to open her door that day and instead attempted to flee to another room in the house. Prosecutors also argued Maxwell is willing to lie to protect herself. They said the real estate agent who sold Maxwell her New Hampshire estate in 2019 told investigators Maxwell posed as a journalist named Jen Marshall when she toured. Prosecutors further claimed Maxwell hasn't been forthcoming about her vast finances, tying her to more than a dozen bank accounts around the world worth more than $20 million. Attorney Sigrid McCauley said the judge's decision to deny Maxwell bail shows her clients justice can be served.
It renews their belief that the prosecutors will move this case forward against not only Ghislaine and Jeffrey Epstein, but all of the individuals who participated in these crimes.
Annie Farmer's attorney tells me that more women have come forward since Maxwell's indictment. Now, when the trial starts for Maxwell, which is expected to happen next summer in July, it will have been 2 years since the arrest of Jeffrey Epstein. Gail?
Boy, Jericka, many survivors say they never thought this day would come, but here we are, and they are relieved. Thank you very much.